Hey everyone, Burton's back and welcome to the North. We are continuing with our war against the Rift in our conquest war of Winterwind. So far we are actually down here at Amol. Winterwind itself has already been captured by our forces, but we're trying to take things a little bit easy right now because the Riften, or the Rift, are in the middle of a little bit of a revolt. So we're trying to let their troops take care of each other while we go ahead and just try and clean up after them. And just as we say that, I'm afraid the faction I represent must insist on elective monarchy. We are fully prepared to take up arms. So, Jarl Lefer, the cautious. I hardly think this Amber Shield is cautious. If this is what he's bringing towards me, I will not be blackmailed. Bring your men. Let us see what goods they will do for you. We'll call up what we have left. Wow, we don't have that many at all. Right, we'll leave that. Let's see what they're going to bring against us. Quite a lot. Right, we can take these guys. Let's go back. Our command, we are going to actually give it to Harol. And on the flank, I believe we'll put Nicholas. Yeah, that should do. We're going to have to leave these for now. Hopefully these armies will be able to take care of each other while we go ahead and take care of our little revolt that's going to be happening. Unfortunately our factions now, this could have happened at a slightly better time, but I'm not actually too bothered about this at the moment. I'm actually going to go ahead and disband you guys as well. We need to get ourselves a new marshal, and who better than Correa, I think. He's an expert mage. An expert mage? Or Rogvar? I think Rogvar. In fact, can we make Correa a battle mage? Let's have a look. Court battle mage? No, we cannot. However, we should be able to go ahead and make him one of our commanders. Indeed we can. Let's see if there's anyone else who is worthy. We've got Offland. We'll give Offland a command as well, just in case we need to be fighting this on both flanks. Oh! Look at that, 1,300 of them are moving into Winterwind. We're actually going to turn and engage them. We need to get this war over sooner rather than later. They appear to be... they are on Rift's revolt. War for the Rift has ended. King Calvert II of the Rift has gone ahead and won. Well, we knew that was going to happen, we were just biding our time, and now it looks like it's the right time to strike now. Now we only have 2,000 men, our supply limit is very limited, we are losing, so that's why I'm going to attack this larger force at the moment. I know this force will be larger once they all get together, but I think we'll be able to handle it. Let's go on in and let's take care of them all. And then we can see exactly how we get on here. So they've got mainly heavy infantry, a nice mix of light and archers. We are predominantly heavy again, and our light and archers are a 50-50 split between them, with around about 500 to 560 or so each. Let's see how we stack up. So straight away we've got the river crossing penalty, which we knew we would get because, as you can see, there's a river there in the territory. We've chosen to have Jarl of White Watch in the centre. He's opposing Olaf Bjorja. They don't actually have anyone on the other flank. That could be a problem for them because we're able to do an impressive shield wall tactic. They're on the volley tactic. So far they're actually beating us back in the centre somewhat. We just need to turn the flanks, which you should be able to do because we do have superior numbers on both flanks, which would be very nice for us as well. Now just look at the bonuses that Forest will actually give to that infantry there. So they've actually got quite a big advantage on top of us, but not enough of an advantage to overturn the amount of men we are actually going to be throwing at them. So that's why I'm actually confident that we should be able to go ahead and win this, and there we go. Their flank has crushed, the other one has turned to run, and now the centre is broken. So that is them stopped right there. War score up to 49 now. Amol has been retaken, so we'll quickly retake that, and then I think we're going to have to call in some friends probably. So we can call in some allies, we can call in Countess Isabel. I think we'll do that, that's my son's wife. So this is the whole reason why we've been trying to get these people to actually help us, some alliances. Unfortunately, they're unable to join us this time. That is not very good at all, but look at the state of her She's completely maimed. Wow. Adventurers in Haroon have proved to be a huge boost to local economy, purchasing potions. Oh, okay. So I think we're probably going to have to do mercenaries at this rate. Now we can get some of these guys, which would cost 18 gold with a small monthly upkeep. Now there's 500 of them. Figure of Stendar or the Knights of Iron. Should we go for a Holy Order? Yeah, I think we should. So it's going to cost 18 favour, which we can actually easily afford, so let's do that. We've got 1,000 holy troops, so to speak. So we'll get them down to Ironbind. I'm also going to get you guys up to Ironbind, and that's why we're going to meet. Ironbind is in the winter, in the Arctic right now, might not have been the best place to choose. But we'll see how severe it gets. I just thought it's the nice in-between point between both of us. We're going to be building up the army's morale as we tend to march as well. Oh, we've actually gained Aelid's ruins. What are they? Let's have a look. The province contains the ruins of the ancient Aelid's culture. The former overlords of Tamriel holds many potential secrets that could also be used to our benefit. Lots of offense bonuses and defense bonuses there. I like it. Well done, guys. We're gonna have to take a side step to the rift at the moment. Look at the majority of our land that's actually decided to raise in rebellion against us. This man will pay. Like I say, he's not too cautious, or not as cautious as he'd like to think. Oh, an economy boom. Excellent. Well, I'm quite happy to take that on board. So we've arrived there now. It's in Ironbind, that's part of their territory. We're not actually going to hold it. We're just going to try our best to beat them in the actual war itself. So on the battlefields that we'll be going for. So our holy orders are about to join us now. So it's, there we go. Right, let's go in and let's hopefully crush them. Now we're heavier on the left flank with some of our holy orders. I would prefer just to change that slightly. Couple of battle mages as well. I'm going to put the Lordship of Serfal in the centre. And I think we'll make sure we've got plenty of people. I think that should be enough. Yeah, okay, that should be enough to hold. Right, let's go for it. So they are predominantly, let's have a look. Oh, they're actually not a bad mix. 598 heavy infantry, 531 archers, some light infantry, and not much else of anything else. We've got 4 special units, and we'll see what we're up against as soon as we land, which will be any moment now. Corvinant has been the place of many a battle, and it's going to be another battle here. They're in the mountains, so they obviously get a good defense bonus against us. Some offense increases as well, but it's mainly defense. They don't have anyone commanding their flank, which is probably an issue. Oh my god. And just like that, Kizigar has retired from the world at the age of 63. He died a natural death. Long live King Vanek. So Vanek is going to have to continue his father's legacy. And unfortunately, that's cost the majority of his men. Wow, so things have turned from bad to worse. It looks like the war for the Rift has ended inconclusively because my father has indeed passed from this earth. Now we can call in allies now. You are my spouse, so we are going to send for word for you there. I'm going to get her educated very quickly by my brother. We need to pick a character focus. We are going to indeed pick war. Open council positions. I need to quickly fill these. Kust and Olgia. Yes, it can be you, sir. Unfortunately, when they died, we went ahead and we lost our holy orders, I think. No, they're still with us. So we went ahead and we lost that battle. Is there anyone else we can actually call up? We can call up about another 100 odd or so troops. And our friendly forces are coming to our raid now. Such a shame that my father had to die before he could go ahead and unite Skyrim, but now that passes to me, King Vanek. It looks like our enemy are leaving, but they won't be leaving for long, trust me in that. You're going to be taken... Oh, you're an expert barbarian, but Rogville will be there. You can take the side this time. Okay people, let's get chasing them. It's the only way we're going to be able to do things here. So while we're chasing them, let's have a look at ourselves now. So we're an expert priest, we're under the Lady Bersign, we're a Heartlander, we're a follower of Stendar. Okay, we've got the Blade of Woe, we've got the Elven Weapon, Dwarven Armour, all which we've inherited. We're ambitious, which is good, Craven, Wroth, Slob and Deceitful, so we've got some traits that aren't too good at all. But we'll see exactly what we can do with these things. Let us first head up to Dawnstar. And we could do with winning a battle here. Jarl Custer of Greywater claims that Thane Rogvat of Athland is attempting to promote vile heresies. Let's threaten him if he stays out of factions. Problem being, we do have a couple of factions at the moment now. And these factions are mainly reduced crown levies in Winterhold and my aunt. She's been going for a long time now, so I don't think she's going to get any support. However, the reduction of crown levies appears to it, and it's another person from Calvinians. That place is just forever going to cause us issues. Can we call up anyone else locally? Not really. Now, we have inherited some men, so I think what we'll do is we'll get these guys over as well. And we're actually going to wait in Frostflow. And hopefully, Savlio will be enough to add on to our existing forces, and we should be able to hopefully take them. After we do so, it's just a case of whistling away at it. Don't forget, we've got our allies coming to our aid as well. Oh, my brother has actually started his own faction, has he? He has, he actually wants it. Well, Benno, we're going to have to keep an eye on you. Right now, you are not the heir, my daughter is. It keeps happening. I catch two people talking, but as I approach them, they suddenly stop talking and just stare at me. And it's making me rather uncomfortable. I've actually gained the stressed trait, which isn't the best at all. So after we end this war, we're going to have to sit down and make some basic plans, solidify our rule. Because when we're having a look at our vassal opinion right now, we have a lot in negative. So we're going to have to do our best to try and turn them to be happy with their new ruler. Now, it's not going to help that I've mainly been educated under Heartlander, which was my mother. And I've been off in strange lands for a while with Countess Isabel the Scarred. So she is very scarred indeed. I do not know what has happened down in the south. I'm just happy that she's just. She's a good woman, in fact. She's gregarious, honourable and kind. Fate smiles upon me. My wife Isabel is pregnant, so let us hope for a strong son. And that strong son we'll probably name after my father, but first let's chase down the army of Lethor. He's calling himself the cautious, I'm calling him the fool. We'll see. Is he really so foolish though, because he's just gone ahead and defeated us? We do have prisoners. We can go ahead and ransom him for 10 gold. I think we're going to do that. We can open a spell book now, so we do have a lot of options here, which I haven't really had much into. Raise other people's opinions of me. Yes, we shall do that. So that will cost 3 magicka. Now we don't spend enough time really having a look at these spells, so I think we will do when next time we're in peacetime. So we've chased them out of Dawnstar, back into Winterhold, and they're actually leaving there to go to Highgate. So they're actually in Highgate now, so we're going to try and battle them there. The terrain in that area is Arctic, and take into consideration there is severe winter. They will get a bonus for defending, I would imagine. But we'll see exactly how that's going to affect us once we actually arrive there. Now they've decided to go ahead and run again. They'll be out on the 11th of next month. We'll be there, we'll be there 5 days later, so the chase is going to continue. Have we got anyone? No. I was just thinking maybe we could have called someone up there to just hold them, but we don't actually have the people. We'll miss them. And just in time, our allies are getting there. We should be able to corner them. They'll be down to there on the 7th of the 12th. We'll be there on the 7th of the 12th. So we should actually catch them here, which would be very good indeed. Now, we do have a couple of basic claims that we can do on other people. There's the Conquest of Dunstad and Fellhammer. But mind you, right now, these are the places that we're actually fighting against. Wow. They've just gone ahead and they are crushing us right now. Once again, we've gone ahead and we've lost some men very quickly indeed. Can we hold out until our allies get there? Let us hope so. History is a subject that's always fascinated me, and I've spent the last few weeks studying the campaigns of Remnant's Cyrodiil. There are many lessons to be learnt from his conquests. Okay. Student of Strategy. And apologies once again if I've got that name completely wrong. Reman or Riemann? Or I always say Cyrodiil. I mean Cyrodiil. There you go. Don't want any people having a whinge or downvote in the video because I say a bloody name wrong. My experience in the matters of war have increased. There are many things I can do differently in future battles. What will I focus on? So we can study organisation. We can focus on the centre. Never surrender. I think never surrender we will be going for. I'm unyielding. And just in the nick of time, I think. Let's see, will they get there in time? The 29th they'll be there. We've just managed to defeat them in time. So we'll carry on. The war score is currently at 11%. I think what we're actually going to do is probably take... Where is he from? Is he actually from Dunstad? Oh. That's interesting to know. Our friends are here, so this should be fairly quick. And now it's just a time of taking these down one by one. In a way, it's fortunate my father died when he did, otherwise we'd be fighting a war on two fronts against the Rift. And although we were winning that war, you can see we have become incredibly stretched doing this. In fact, it's costing us quite a bit of money. Now with that money itself, I believe what we will do is have a look at disbanding the mercenary force. Not the knights. Oh, was it the knights? Oh, there it was. The Redwater Roamers. Because now that our friends are here, there's no need for us to carry on there. So we've had a son that's been born, and we're going to name him after... Not after my father, after my grandfather. So Grom II. In honour of our lineage. So I'm very glad that my son has gone ahead and been born. And as we are here at Winterhold, I think it's fitting that we'll celebrate by going ahead and actually sacking this city. We'll see exactly how it goes. We do have some enemy forces running about the countryside, so maybe it should be a suggestion that we actually split these into two and we can actually go and chase them. Where are they heading to? Dunstad. They'll be there on the 20th. We'll be there on the 19th, so we should pretty much intercept them. We're still more than enough men over at Winterhold to take that, which is always very nice indeed. And now the split Northern Kingdom of Winterhold, we are fighting to unite that. It's going to be all the more difficult now that my father has passed away. Now, opinion of myself needs improving, and I think we're not going to have much bother in improving it. We'll see how it goes. Let's just double check our magic is at 3. So in case we don't know, I think we'll probably cover Magicka at the beginning of the next episode because it's not something I've really been using in this series so far. So if we have the option, maybe it's a good idea for us to go ahead and start using it. But for now, I think that's going to be it, the end of this episode. Thank you very much for sticking with the series and feel free to leave some comments. Cheers.